Hashirama Senju is freaking broken. Naruto is a series where people summon meteors, rewrite reality with eyeballs, and turn into glowing chakra gods. And yet somehow, Hashirama Senju is still one of the most broken characters in the entire franchise. This man was so overpowered that Kishimoto basically had to kill him off before the story even started, because if Hashirama was alive, there is no Naruto, there is no Akatsuki, there is no war arc, all because Hashirama isn't balanced. Hashirama is what happens when the author says, what if I made one guy good at literally everything and then give him a force to back him up? So today, we're talking about why Hashirama Senju is freaking broken. The most obvious point in contention for Hashirama is that he is rivals with Madara. At least that's what the series makes it to believe. We already know Madara is a powerhouse amongst all other shinobi. We see how he was able to tear through the 4th division, the 5 Kage, pretty much anyone in the war arc. So when we compare him to Hashirama, the person who was able to best Madara, we know we'd be at least getting someone comparable in power, and high key, Hashirama eclipsed him by a margin. To break even, Madara had to get his eternal Magikyo Sharingan, use the Susanoo, take control of the Nine Tails, and all Hashirama needed was 1,000 Buddha slaps to compensate. Because of his wood-style Kekkei Genkai, he's able to restrain the Nine Tails and Susanoo with ease, relegating Madara to a lesser version of himself to take on Hashirama, coupled with the fact that for the most part, Hashirama was holding back in hopes of converting his friend back to the light side, like how Naruto did in the final valley against Sasuke. And then when he decided against that notion, he was able to put Madara into his place. So given how we already saw Madara as a threat to the ninja world during the war arc, let's just be glad that Hashirama is one of the good guys. Hashirama having wood style alone makes him one of the most broken characters in the show. It does everything: long range, defense, offense, restraint, sealing, battlefield control, emotional damage. Wood style isn't just an ability, it's an elite ninja toolkit, being utilized by someone using it in the most effective way, while others use it to build houses and occasionally hold down orphans. The fact that it's able to restrain tailed beasts like toddlers throwing tantrums is mind-boggling to say the least. If wood style wasn't enough, Hashirama also has Sage Mode, and not the normal kind, not the I trained for years with frogs type of Sage Mode. Hashirama's Sage Mode is the most mysterious thing ever because he just has it. No summon contract, no animal mentor, he just wakes up one day and like, yeah, I can absorb nature energy now. Hashirama is the only person in the series who got Sage Mode the same way people get a new iPhone, just casually. And Sage Mode takes his already ridiculous power and turns him into a walking natural disaster. Hashirama also has Regeneration so broken it makes Tsunade look like she's using band-aids. For Tsunade to try to match that, she needs the 100 healing seal, stored chakra, and years of preparation. For Hashirama, he could heal wounds without ever weaving a sign. In every jutsu he attempted, he was in a class by himself. Everyone viewed him as the ultimate shinobi, so basically speaking, you can't outlast him or wear him down. Madara had to absorb Hashirama's power in order to put him down, which goes to show Hashirama was no fool to mess with. One of Hashirama's most underrated feats is capturing all the tailed beasts that were roaming on the planet. Not one, not two, but every remaining tailed beast aside from Kurama, who was already sealed into his wife Mito Uzumaki at this point. The tailed beasts are supposed to be forces of nature. Hashirama treated them like bargaining chips. He literally handed them out to the villagers like charity. Here, take a nuclear weapon as a gift. Only Hashirama could do that. No one else in history, aside from maybe the Otsutsuki if they tried to, would pull up on the tailed beast solo and winning. That's absurd. Let's talk about the 1,000-hand Buddha statue, because what even is that? Hashirama summons a structure so massive that it makes Susanoo look like an action figure. The thing is literally called True Several Thousand Hands. He summoned a deity! Madara pulls out the Kurama and Susan fusion. Hashirama responds with Buddhism. That statue is one of the most ridiculous techniques in Naruto history. It's not ninjutsu, it's divine intervention. So, when you really break it down, Hashirama has the most broken Kekkei Genkai, Sage Mode for free, passive regeneration, tail beast suppression, kaiju level summons, enough chakra to terraform the planet, and Madara's respect. Hashirama Senju is not a normal character. He is the shinobi equivalent of putting a max level player in a beginner lobby. And the funniest part, this man was supposed to represent peace. He could have conquered the world in a weekend if he wanted. Instead he said, let's make villages and be friends. Madara is freaking broken, and Naruto has never recovered from it. But what do you guys think? Do you think Hashirama is as broken as a character that I'm making him out to be? What other characters do you think rival him in being a broken individual? I'd love to get y'all's thoughts, so let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos like this, click the card you see here, which will take you to my video on why Baryon Mode Naruto would lose to Saiyan Saga Raditz. I'm the Curly Haired Hokage, and I hope you all have an amazing and blessed day. Peace.